A year and a half later, many areas of town have bounced back. But there are several blocks where the worst damage was done that look like time has stood still.
That's right. And KTIV's Katie Koppel recently returned to Rock Valley, Iowa, where people still wait for federal aid. And for blocks, homes sit abandoned.
You go for a ride and you can just see it's like the flood happened yesterday.
Time has stood still for many residents of Rock Valley, Iowa. The places they once called home, now abandoned, filled with silence instead of laughter.
It all happened over one night, and it's turned everybody's normal life upside down.
City Administrator Tom Van Manen speaks to flood-impacted families every day as they wait for funding from FEMA's home buyout program. Roughly 145 homes are waiting for millions in funding. The city will be billed for 15% of the total cost. The state of Iowa, 10%. Thankfully, a grant has helped cover that bill. But while the homeowners and the city are ready to move forward, they are stuck in a waiting game.
We cannot touch any of the homes. If we do, they're automatically out of the buyout program.
FEMA's hazardous mitigation buyback program allows the city to purchase a homeowner's property that was affected by a natural disaster. Those properties will then be used for future flood mitigation or green spaces.
Right now, we're working with an estimated budget of $40 million.
But until that funding comes through, it's limbo for the city and homeowners.
The one thing that just lingers is the hurt of not being able to do anything to move this process faster to help the people that are still in the greatest need.
It's hard. It's hard for us, and I know it's hard for the people whose houses they are.
16 months may seem like a long time for many, but here in the town of Rock Valley, the scars left behind from that flood still visible today. This home behind me, one of dozens that are still left abandoned, uninhabitable after the floodwaters devastated this town. But there's also something else that's different here in Rock Valley, a sense of resiliency and growth that this community has never quite seen before.
I've been proud of the people in Rock Valley. They're keeping their heads up, and we're moving forward.
Kevin Van Otterloo has called Rock Valley home his entire life and has been the city's mayor for 14 years. 2024 wasn't the first flood he's led his community through, but it was by far the worst.
We went through this in 2014, and I saw it happen then, and this was just a way bigger magnitude. But no, I actually wasn't surprised. They just keep coming. You just make a few phone calls and people come.
I've been in awe and so many times throughout this whole process. Seeing the strength of living in Northwest Iowa and just see community after community show up to lift us up.
In Rock Valley, Iowa, Katie Koppel, KTIV News 4.
A FEMA spokesperson told KTIV that in spite of the government shutdown, FEMA remains fully prepared and capable of responding to natural disasters. But the spokesperson did not say what impact the government shutdown is having on processing requests for those federal disaster aids.